Okay. Oh my god. Before saying anything, look at the dislike. 1.5k. 390 dislike. Oh. Oh. The Castorice Doom posting is real. Even if we move on, the Doom posting is real. Oh my god. Okay. Okay, let's do a bit of a reaction on the Friday as well. So of course we are react to Red Flame, Red Flame. Very good. He make very good video. So for today, let's go watch the video. Castorice Global Passive is dumb, but not the end of the world. And apparently, the opinion is bad. Oh, it's also 5 minutes. Oh my god, it's 5 minutes. Oh, come on. I thought it's like 10 minutes, man. So I can jump for like 10 minutes more or something.
Starrail 3.2.
Let's go watch this video for a bit. It doesn't stop. Yeah, it never stopped.
Just recently presented, and a lot of cool things were shown, which makes it hurt
That's
even
true.
more that
yeah, like 3.2 trailer. It's just so good. Pause every 5 seconds. It's gonna get so annoying. It's actually gonna get so annoying. Anyway, yeah, 2.2 trailer is so good though. It is so good. That free characters, like they're introducing a new the shopping. You can get 5 star for free for every dupe C6, 5 star dupe C6, which is very good. New standard cutter as well. Blade Silly and Fushan, really good. Anything more? Free pools. That's it, right? Yeah, that's it, which is really good. Live stream, very good.
There's one painstaking thing killing the good vibes. Castorice has a revive passive for dead allies, which isn't something new to the game, but what is new is that it works even if she's not on your active team. You'd only need to pull her for your account. If you are actually using
Wait, hold on. It worked both? Hold on, I didn't know that. Wait. I thought Castorice skill only worked for one character, like Bailu. But no, it worked for 2. Oh shit, that's kind of good though. Hold on.
Your active team, you only need to pull her for your account. If you are actually using Castorice, then the revive feels totally justified, because her kit benefits from teammates losing health, putting them at much greater risk of dying than previous HP consumption mechanics. Even if it is potentially a bit overkill, considering her dragon can block a certain amount of attacks. But that obviously doesn't apply when she's not on your active team. So let me get this perfectly clear to start. I don't think this passive should have been global in the first place, because she would have been completely fine without it. That said,
okay, true, that's true. She could be fine with it. I agree, that's true. However, the drama from this thing though is so funny. It is so good.
I also think the way people are treating this is being blown out of proportion. I already know someone will call me a Hoyo shill for this, even though I have shown myself to.
Every single video about Castorice skill being good, they're cool being Hoyo shills. I agree on that one. Every single thing I see on YouTube, a slight agreement that Castorice skill is good, insane is like, and the comment is just blue posting.
Be very disappointed with the designs of Amphoris's characters in general, besides Tribi, but somehow this design choice bothers me way less than Mighty's auto-targeting and Iglai's energy demands, so let's have a civil discussion about why that is. The reason people are so worried about this isn't because the revive is that overpowered. It's really nothing special, honestly. Chances are that if you had a character die, it was either because your team doesn't have a defensive character, they're underleveled / under-equipped, or because you got greedy with skill.
Hold on, underleveled? Why in the world you have an underleveled character trying to beat highest floor in endgame? How?
Points and didn't use their skill. If you truly got screwed over by bad targeting, you'd simply retry the stage with the same exact lineup and probably be fine. And while Castorice's revive technically does buff sustainless teams, your unit will be left on just 1 HP, so they're most likely going to die again. Not to mention, sustainless teams in no way represent an average player's team composition. Castorice's revive does nothing to help players clear stages faster, which is what would actually matter, and sustained supports are too strong for there to be a persistent threat of allies.
Lingsha is like the most broken healer in the game. She's so good. Everything she do heals. When your team health get below half, boom, money heals. E heal. Ultimate heal. Normal regen insane energy, which make ultimate heal again. So good. So good.
is dying, even if they were to buff enemy damage. So what players are actually upset about is that it feels like this opens the door for more global passives in the future, ones that would be much stronger and encourage spending in a more predatory way, and this is Starrail's way of testing the waters. Well, the continuation—
Also one thing, right? I don't think I said it before, but spending provocatory way, that thing only happen if one, the game enable PvP, which is honkai impact, or two, boost the boss in the end game so tanky that you need to get the new characters, which already happened, right? Example, the new boss for MOC, the deaf guy, the guy with the scythe, he's so bad for break. You cannot play break on that guy. Boom. You can't play break anymore, which forces you to go for Castorice. So what's different about that? Boss limiting character section or team section or global passive being broken. I don't— sure, both are bad, but the former, they already exist. It's already the game. So what makes the passive that different anyway, right?
Of the analogy would be them testing the waters, finding out the water is freezing cold, and then jumping in anyway. People most certainly gave them feedback during the 3.2 betas that a global passive is not it, yet they decided to go through with it anyway. Let's play devil's advocate for a second and ask ourselves why they would do that. Well, they've shown many times that they are willing to do things that don't necessarily make the most gameplay sense for the sake of aligning with a character's thematics or because it's really cool, and I can see how this mechanic checks off both of those boxes. The devs clearly thought something along the lines of this character's writing gives them a unique relationship with death, so it would be really cool to give them a unique and memorable interaction with death in the game,
also,
which this does.
What's the law of Castorice and her dragon, by the way? Surely they will explain it during the new story, right? Because I don't think we ever saw the dragon before.
Does admittedly achieve, and without warping gameplay in a negative way, at least in a vacuum. You could make the argument that if Castorice's banner flops, it would be a sign that players are against global—
Bro, banner flopping on a woman? Can't be me, bro. Can't be real, bro. Come on.
Passives, and they never do it again. But let's be honest, people will pull for her.
Also, yeah, like insane animation. Castorice animation, insanely good. It's so good though. Oh, look at that.
Because she can revive, but because she has a domain expansion and a giant freaking dragon. Since there'd be no direct correlation between the money that Castorice earns and the number of people who think the game would be fine with more global passives, can her banner really be considered a test? Because I'll pull for her, but if a new character comes out with a damage buff global passive, I draw the line there because that's a completely different scenario. Like when I imagine what testing the waters is actually like, I remember the change in League of Legends' business model in the last few years. In late 2023, they introduced a gacha skin with a hard PD at $200, which was nothing but a recolor of an existing $20 skin. They then said if it doesn't work, they'll reevaluate and try something else out, or change what we're doing here with this. The many people who ended up buying it without a doubt voted yes with their wallets, saying that they were okay with high price skins that historically always had low flat costs. Fast forward to now, the price is higher with $250 gacha exclusive skins that aren't
God, spending that much money for— oh man, that much for a skin though. Jeez. God, that $250 for a skin. Oh my god. Oh, I can't. I get it. If you want to go for easy cutter, I get it. For a skin, for a single skin. Oh, come on, man. Come on.
Colors, fully capitalizing on the fear of missing out. So while I understand the concept behind this slippery slope mentality, I don't see Castorice as a test because her global passive is just a tiny footnote on a kit that provides way greater incentives to pull for her. They honestly have no reason to see if they can get away with it because in this instance, they were always going to, no matter what the community feedback was. But what about the precedent? Now that Castorice is going to be added with this, there's nothing stopping Hoyo from adding a global passive that gives attack and crit stats. While I understand where that perspective is coming from, there was never anything stopping them from doing something like that, regardless of if Castorice has a global revive or not. Look, the truth is that the devs have the power to completely ruin the game at any given time, which
Oh, so I see where the design coming from now. I see why it's coming from. Okay, I get.
is why I don't feel like it's worth stressing over. If this was the last straw for you and you're quitting the game, genuinely, I'll probably be joining you if they do add an overpowered global passive that makes a character truly must pull.
Well, like, there's so many characters in the game that I must pull, right? Sunday, Robin, Lingsha, Firefly as well, Aventry. There's so many that I must pull. So, like, I don't think there's a difference here, though.
You personally feel like a game no longer respects you as a player, or you simply just don't find the game fun to play anymore, you should quit. That feeling just isn't worth it no matter how much sunk cost you have, which is why I've taken long breaks before.
I mean, yeah, the fuck I don't have Robin, so therefore I can't play full team anymore, which feel very bad. I do wish I can I do wish I can play a full team, but no, I can't because I don't have Robin. Therefore, it's dog shit. I try with Triby, but no, it just same thing. It's bad. I cannot play like Herbert Carry because I don't have Sunday, which again made me feel very bad. I want to go Akron. I want to go. Who's there? I don't know who. I do want to play other team, but since I don't have those broken support, I can't play them anymore, which feel very sad. And that's why I kind of stuck with the break team for like a year or something. Which, to be fair, is my fault. I invest way too much into break. E2S1 Firefly, E1S1 Lingsha. I got Fugo as well. I have not pulled for any other characters. That does not buff break in any way until Triby banner. Like up until Triby banner, I've been running for pure break support. So that's my fault. I do agree, but I do want I do want to play other teams as well. Yeah.
From other gacha games I've played, but being worried about something bad that could potentially happen that hasn't actually happened yet is exhausting, which is why I'd much rather look forward to the good things that are coming, such as buffs for Silverwolf, Blade, Kafka, and Jinyu,
why worry so much,
who all deserve it. I also think it's great that they're planning on incorporating animations into the game's story, seemingly acknowledging the complaint that people had with the lackluster presentation. So yeah, that's my 2 cents. I suppose this was one of my hotter takes on the game, and who knows, I could be completely wrong, and we're getting a
well, he's kind of wrong, saying that passive is fine. He's so wrong for that.
Damage buff global passive in a couple months. Whatever happens, it's honestly out of our hands at this point. I hope you found this video to be interesting or insightful. Subscribe for more Honkai Star Rail discussion videos, and as always, thanks for watching.
Okay, that's the reaction I need for today. But to be fair, right? In seriousness, what he's saying is true. Why worry so much, right? Like the dev could destroy the game anytime. It almost did with like, for me, right? It's Robin Sunday. For others, maybe passive, but they could have destroyed the game anytime today, but they are not doing it because one, it making the money, and two, why let the game die, right? Why? So yeah, but like, oh my god, I wish it was not a global passive. I mean, that's true, but it could be good for the future. I talk about it in my Google slides. So I feel like there are good implication of the passive. I don't like how the passive works when Castorice is in the team. It doesn't make sense. Funny enough, law show that Castorice needs to be nearby you for her power to be effective against you. Since she's not in the team and passive will still work, so this makes a lot of sense. I guess by near you, I'm guessing it's in your team, right? I guess close enough. Or something. Okay, this all the below here are just doom posting, right? Yeah, I think it's just doom posting. It can bloom to something worse. It always can be. Everything can bloom to something worse. Everything can go worse. But why though? Why though, right? I love how literally every 2.0 DPS has a controversy. That's true. Okay, hold on, that's true. Actually, I've been too broken. That's true. What should be my day being, I don't know, but my day being made or something. True. Holy, that was today was doom posting, man. Today was a doom posting day. Wow, there's so much stuff. Okay. Alright, that's for the today reaction. Again, go like and subscribe to this guy. Go like video, subscribe to this guy. He makes very good video. So yeah, that's it.